Hi everyone, Skoggul here. I'm doing another matchup. We're doing top lane Singed versus an Olaf. And this Singed is going to show us how to play the matchup pretty well. He does a great job of getting his farm, roaming around, and making some plays. He doesn't do teleport, which we see on a lot of Singed. He's going to run Ghost Ignite, which also works. And part of why he might not have run teleport and might have felt like he needed Ignite was just because Olaf's quite a scary opponent. Just might be the matchup. So sometimes depends on your familiarity with Singe. It could just be the matchup on when you could take teleport and when it's probably not quite as okay for you to not run a Ignite or something to have kind of some way to get Olaf to think twice about running on you. All that poison plus Ignite is quite scary to run onto. So here, Akali's helping him out to get that little bit of advantage. I know a lot of, since blue side, a lot of the bottom laners have been grabbing golems. A lot of purple teams have been given their, the Wraiths to the top laner to give their top lane that little bit of advantage. So it's just something I've seen, something you can do. Anyhow, it works. Gives you that slight experience lead. You can see how he can just run through with his poison, especially on someone like Singe. He runs through with his poison, gets level 2 extremely fast, and that gives him a little bit of an advantage to kind of be the little bit of the lane bully that Singe can be if he can be up. Singe at level 2 does quite a bit of damage when you have your Q and your E. With auto attacks, with that little bit of poison, with fling, you can just have quite a bit of a damage presence. Even someone like Olaf has to at least respect it. So that's kind of what you're going for here. And then you just want to be push. To run a push strategy. He's got that early ward. That early ward keeps him safe from Nunu just coming and locking him down and making his life really bad. So if you can just keep it pushed, then Olaf can't really get a big wave hitting you. And if Olaf can't get a big wave hitting you, his kill potential goes down. So he's still a strong champion. Don't underestimate him, but this is going to be a lot easier for you if you can keep it going towards his tower, and he's got to use this stuff to clear waves and not just go for you the whole time. So that's kind of what's going on here. Second point in Q. I'll try to keep my eyes on that and try to remember to keep commenting on that, since a lot of people here want to know what to be leveling. But it's kind of standard Singe stuff, nothing crazy, nothing that you wouldn't be normally doing. If you know, most Singe guides will recommend not getting W yet. You just go 2 points in Q, 1 point E. That next point in E doesn't add much mana cost, but does add a decent amount of damage to it. Right now, he hasn't even leveled it up. I think he's deciding he does go with the Mega Adhesive. That's the big debate between different Singe players right there. And maybe on this matchup he wants it. Maybe it's just because of the jungler in Nunu that he wants it, but he decided to take it. I know a lot of Singe players won't get any points in Mega Adhesive because of the mana cost. So Singe once again gets right back to pushing, and you've got to be careful here depending on your positioning. You've got to be really good at your positioning here to not take a lot of tower hits. You don't want to give Olaf any free damage that he didn't earn. And he's trying to just get this wave cleared so he can go past the tower and keep pushing, which we've seen from quite a few good Singe players. As you can see, he pulls it off, gets through unharmed. Now he's getting pinged like crazy. The thing with Singe is he's kind of one of those you can lose your lane and still win the game players. So if you can get a kill out of this and get yourself fed a little bit, it doesn't matter that you give them a kill back. Even though Olaf is a strong later game champion and it's not great to defeat him, it doesn't matter because you're Singed. And he's losing creeps and experience to the tower. You gotta see, Singe gets a kill, gets gold, gets experienced, and Olaf does, but it doesn't really matter because Olaf lost quite a bit to his tower there. You're invading their jungler, you're keeping the jungler out of mid lane, you're keeping the jungler off of bottom. So you're dictating that the jungler has to come top or Olaf will have no way to deal with it. So in a lot of ways, if you can keep the pressure on yourself, then your teammates have a lot less pressure on them, and if you can handle it, you'll find your win rate going up. Even if your scores don't get better, your win rate can go up this way. Just make sure you're always taking something, doing damage to the tower, denying them creeps, or something. You're not just feeding up top, but you're actually accomplishing stuff and being a threat. So, Singe, another point in Q, has his R. Once you have your R, this is Insanity Potion is why Singe feels invincible at certain points. When he gets kind of unkillable and is able to just do amazing things. He just pushes, he split pushes well, he roams well, he joins team fights. So if you don't take teleport, be ready to roam a lot because you'll have to be supportive of your team. And without that teleport, it makes it harder. And here's where Insanity Potion makes you sort of pseudo-invincible. So Akali's not here, so this fight kind of is not in the favor of purple team, you would imagine. But right now, since he got the catalyst off of that last kill he got onto Nunu, he's actually extremely strong right now. So you can see that he hits Insanity Potion, he even stands there for the Nunu ult, and it doesn't matter. Dodging the one axe gets him the double kill, he gets double buffs, and he's fine. The only thing that I didn't see him doing was ticking away potions, and it looks like he has them available, and that was a really close fight. So those potions, had he barely died, it would have been because he had a potion in his inventory he didn't use. So try to remember, I know it's hard to remember one more thing while you're all hectic like that, but try to remember when you buy potions to use your potions for moments like that. They're not just for lane sustain. He got away with very, very, very low hit points. So those hit points could have saved you in a lot of situations there. But that's going to really set him up ahead. He's going to be able to get himself wards. He's going to actually buy some damage. That was without any damage items. That was with just a flask and a catalyst. So at this point, he'll be able to push harder, do more damage in fights, and be a real nuisance. Be a real pain for them to deal with. One more level and he gets his poison maxed. That's kind of, I think, the power spikes for Singe, at least in my opinion. Level 2, he does a ton of damage. It's almost surprising how strong he is at level 2. Then level 6, obviously, but that's for a lot of people. And then for a lot of people, it's level 9. I just think when he hits his poison max, he really does. That max poison really makes him a threat because he can push the lane so hard by himself. And he's a really hard dueler. He's really hard to chase down. He's great split pushing power at that point. Not that the teams have always grouped up by level 9, but he just really causes problems over and over again. So you always want to try to figure out, you've got to learn that tactic right there of getting past the tower without taking damage from the tower. They can't really stop you. If they chase you too hard, they'll be losing minions to the tower, and that's not good for them. To stop someone from doing that, you do need to go out there and try to wave clear away from the tower. He flips Wukong on that gank. He pops Insanity Potion to get the speed buff to get in position to flip Wukong. That's how he got in position, and then he just flips him, and then it's a fairly simple kill for his team, and then he's able to go help out Fiddlesticks as well. Help his team pick out the dragon. They killed the mid laner and the jungler, so they don't even need to worry about how bottom lane's doing. I mean, they do need to pay attention a little bit, but Olaf's still top, so basically this would become a 5-on-2 if they try to fight it with their bottom lane. So you could tell the bottom lane of blue team wanted nothing to do with that. So very good play by Singe. That's a great way to roam. Olaf honestly should have probably stayed there and taken that tower to give his team something back. For that, to make Singe pay for, if you are top lane and they're roaming around taking objectives, killing your other lanes, you've got to be doing something. Because Singe now 3-1-2, Olaf's just 1-1-0. and Singe is not that far behind in CS, you've got to do something. You've got to take his tower. You've got to make him think twice about roaming. I think he doesn't dare because Singe can outpush him. So if you're in their head like that with Singe, you basically have the game. You can see Olaf can do damage to him. So it's not like Singe is that safe. He's got to still play carefully. He's got to still play right. Olaf's not exactly necessarily done for in a duel here, even though it's going very well for Singed. So you've got to definitely keep that pressure on. You've got to make this Singe pay because Olaf's not making plays anywhere. So he's got to try. And here it's just a chase. You can't really chase Nunu. He can slow you. He can speed himself up. Yeah, in a straight line type of chase, if you don't have gap closers, this is just what it looks like to chase Nunu. He can just spam laugh and never, even when you slow down, it's never going to actually happen. So, yeah, Olaf now getting to work on the tower, but he's not even going to get it. I don't think that he gets it. Singe comes back. So with all that roaming, you've got to be able to get it. Because otherwise that was the free dragon objective, which really helps purple team. They got a lot of pressure on mid. They got a lot of pressure. They were able to really pressure Nunu's jungle, steal the buff away. And Sin's able to maybe not get kills in lane one-on-one versus Olaf, but he was able to go help with the Wukong kill. He was able to help kill Nunu. He's able to help do other things. So you can always look at your lane matchup and say, okay, I can't kill that person one-on-one because that champion's really good against me and make plays elsewhere. Singe is actually just really excels at that role. So this laning phase game will come to an end soon. Hope you're able to pick up some tricks. They just kind of push out mid a little bit, but they kind of start grouping. Laning phase ends, so not going to make this video very much longer. So take care, everyone. Good luck if you play Singe. Good luck trolling some people, because that's basically what he does.